What's going on, guys? It's Pve from the Salvaje Cartel. This is my PvE setup for my Nightstalker Hunter. I would like to point out, like I said on my freaking PvP video, I do use intellect in tier 4, discipline in tier 1, and strength in tier 3, mainly because this PvE setup also involves around the smoke grenade, and of course I will be using the sealed Ahamkara's Grasp exotic, although, the Knucklehead radar, I guess, if you have it and you just want to use an exotic, it's a pretty good choice as well. It never hurts to see your freaking radar in PvE, but hey, that's just me. There are some people that don't really care about the radar in PvE. But anyways, mainly what I like to run with in my Nightstalker Hunter when it comes to PvE, it's, the maxest armor that I can get, while of course having some pretty okay agility and some pretty decent recovery. So yeah, I'm not really going to be going over the stat columns, mainly because that's mainly up to you guys. For the grenade, I like to go with the Void Wall grenade. Really, really good when there are a lot of enemies around, especially if you can actually get it to land correctly, which I can only get it to land correctly maybe 1% of the time. But yeah, the Void Wall grenade, it's pretty helpful. Sometimes I like to use the Vortex grenade, but that's really, really rarely. I mainly just go with the Void Wall grenade, mainly because it's pretty cool. And I've always thought that the Spike grenade, it's pretty useless. So if you guys are good with the Spike grenade, make sure to let me know some tips on it in the comment section below. I would really appreciate that. Maybe I actually start using it. For the jump, always better control. That's the one I like to go with, but that's up to you. And this is really important, right? So for when you're in PvE, right, you want to be getting, a lot of kills. You want to be supporting your teammates, as a Nightstalker Hunter. So I like to go with Bloodbound, mainly because it explodes all the enemies when they die, and the damage is shared between all of the enemies. But if you're playing, I don't know, something where there's like a lot of enemies, maybe the Omnigul Strike, something like that, sometimes Black Hole could be helpful. But mainly I go with Bloodbound, mainly because it helps out, the team, and of course it speeds up the process of, killing all of the enemies, all of the ads, and all that good stuff. Of course, Vanish and Smoke is an obvious choice. When you're dying, you just throw a smoke grenade in the ground, you go invisible. Really good. And of course, you don't have to be a Nightstalker to go invisible either, which of course makes the Vanish and Smoke one of the best abilities that we have ever seen on the subclasses. But of course, if you guys want extra damage, you could go for Envenomed, but I never really tried it, so I'm not really gonna, go too in depth when it comes to that. All right, this column right here, it's one of the most important columns, one of the columns that is going to make your Nightstalker Hunter a straight up monster in PvE. Some people, I've seen them run Courage of the Pack, which honestly I think it makes no sense, but I like to go with Light of the Pack. All right, the reason for that is because like that, when the enemies explode, they can generate orbs for my teammates, and of course the more orbs my teammates get, the better, the supers, the more rapid rates that they're gonna get their supers and all of that good stuff. And of course, Keen Scout, that is the perk that I go with in PvE. Sometimes, enemies, just like to go hide away from me, and of course the tracking, it's really helpful, but mainly I just use it for the enhanced radar and for the faster sprint and sneak. But that's pretty much it, guys, for my Nightstalker PvE setup. Yeah, if you like the video, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe to join the Salvaje Cartel, and I will be seeing each and every one of you guys on my next video. Peace out.